Does anybody remember reading in the Bible that to get to the Father, God, that you had to go through the priest, the bishop, the cardinal, the pope, then to Jesus, and Jesus would get you on your way up to God? Jesus said, to get to the Father, you must go through me. And Jesus left. He died on the cross. He left so that the helper could come, as he said, the helper being the Holy Spirit. You don't need the Catholicism or the church sects, the sects of religion to have a relationship with God. But man, corrupted man, comes in and infiltrates everything. They infiltrate the government, they infiltrate the media, they infiltrate every sector of your society, and then direct your thinking. Isn't it funny that Catholic church, when you go to church, at Catholic church, it's called masses. Direct the masses. You have the government directing you, the media, the church, the corrupted church, all of it. Because man complicates the hell out of everything. And then you get your men that you think are men and women, excuse me. I don't mean just men. I say it, but I mean men and women. But you get your corrupted people that come in that really don't have good intentions. And there's patriots now, it's coming to light, that don't have good intentions. And, the money I gave to defend the Republic, I think I donated 3 times to that. Well, that just all went into people's pockets. So don't donate to any candidate, anything, without vetting the person. Don't just trust what somebody says about somebody else. Look into them yourself, not just on Google, but on many. Just look deeply. See what connections they're tied to. Because there's a lot of people that think, we're going to fix everything in 2022. Really? Do you really think that you can fix things without repairing the past? I don't think that's possible. With anything, really. Which is why I bring up religion, and I know people don't like it. And people go after me. But if the very religion itself is more important to you than God, then there's something wrong with that. Because there's a whole bunch of rituals that Catholicism has you do that man brought in. I'm sure the apostles set up the church and never expected it to be so complicated and have all these layers of bullshit like everything else does. We have layers and layers and layers of bureaucracy bullshit, and it's the same way in the church. All these levels of bullshit. And then that's where people get fed up and they don't want anything to do with the Bible. I'm sure that God would not have wanted any of that. Keep it simple. It should have been kept simple. Get together for Bible studies. Those are very good things to do. If there's everybody could be a priest or pastor and carry the word. That's pretty much what goes on in an AA meeting, talking about their experiences with different Bible verses or different things that God has done in their life. But the Catholicism, with their robes and their linens and their altars and their stained glass windows, and I'm not saying everybody in it is, but everybody's been directed the wrong way. It's directing the masses. You don't need to be directed by somebody. You don't need to go through somebody to get to God. You have a direct connection through the Holy Spirit. That is the only thing that will help you discern between these wolves in sheep's clothing right now who like to say that don't get distracted. Really? When the truth is being spoken, you should stop whatever you're focused on and look at that. And you'll know the truth through that relationship with God, through the Holy Spirit. Lynn Wood is speaking truth and being persecuted. Did he sign up for any of this? No. He's speaking truth. But there's a lot of people online that, I want it to stop. I want it to stop. It's dividing people. Well, guess what? Many times in the Bible, God did divide people. Unity comes through God, not through government. So you divide the people, make them realize, people need to realize you're going to be divided, you're going to see truth, and it's going to bother you, it's going to be uncomfortable, and guess what? It should make you go to God and make that relationship stronger with God so that then people come together unitarily. And then they have the power. You don't just have the power together in a group or a party. And many of these people that say that, oh, we'll fix it in 2022, and we're going to do this. This is shit we've heard all our lives. Be careful who you give your money to. Because man vetted many of these people. And it doesn't mean they're all bad. It's just make sure that they're not trying to direct you into a certain sect of a religion or direct you down a path that you think is noble or good. And really, then you end up just looking to them for all the answers. You have all the answers if you have a relationship with God. And when you see truth, that should be the number one thing you focus on. Yeah, I've heard about all the audits. I don't know. Is that really going on? Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe it is. I can't say either way. It just seems like there's a lot of things that, people wanting to direct your attention, and all the while people wait and wait. And then you have people say, well, you got to get involved, and you should do that. If it's speaking up or if it's getting involved, whatever. But the most important thing to do more than anything, because no men, or women are going to fix this. God will. And it will take us all having to start building that connection to God through the Holy Spirit, not through some sect of religion, but through the Holy Spirit, as Jesus talked about, so that we can see truth and know, okay, that's the truth, and this person telling me I'm being distracted is the one trying to distract me. You can only do that through that discernment that you find through the Holy Spirit and that connection to God. That is what will bring people together, united through God. Will change everything, not united through government.